Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the April 20th meeting of the Communications and Technology Commission for the City of Calabasas. We welcome all who wish to attend our meetings and join in with us. Thank you. So let's get started. Let's see, we do have a quorum. We're missing several commissioners, but we do have a quorum, so that's good. Let's see. David, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Sure. Okay, you got the flag up.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
The flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, David. Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda for this evening?
So moved.
Second?
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So moved. If everyone's read the minutes, do we have any discussion or do we have?
I did see one potential typo in there
Where is it?
on under oral communication, public comment, and under public hearing. Stephen Garcia shows Chrome Castle. I think that should be Crown Castle, C-R-O-W-N.
I think you're right. Chrome Castle, I've never seen one of those. A Chrome Castle. Did you get that, Rachel?
Yes, thank you. Without the little speaker cards, it's hard to
Yeah,
determine what they say and where they're from, so I appreciate that.
And it's actually twice. It's in oral communication and under the public hearing. 1, 2, 3, but the fourth paragraph down, one member from the public spoke on the item. So it's Stephen Garcia, and that would be changed there too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
thank you, guys. Anything else?
No.
No.
I have a motion to approve the minutes of the February 24th, 2021 meeting.
I would approve with those minor corrections.
Good, and now do I second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Does anyone have any announcements or introductions? David or Richard, or Michael or Rachel, or Arvin? Anyone?
No, Madam Chair.
Rachel, do we have any oral communications requested?
It looks like I have staff in as an attendee and Z3, but if anyone wanted to speak, they would need to raise their hand under this oral communication public comment. We can give them a second to do so.
Okay,
It does not look like anyone is raising their hand to speak under oral communications.
okay, then we'll move on by there and move on to monthly reports. These are the, let's see, the wireless facility minor modification permits. Do we have an update on where that is right now? I think the two people that worked on it are not on the screen. Is that correct?
Michael Klein is not on, no.
Pardon?
Are you talking about Michael Klein for the wireless facility minor modification? This is the small cell facility permits. Is that what you're?
Oh, okay. So we don't have any report. Is that correct?
There is a report in the agenda packet. There's no formal staff report being given here at the commission meeting.
Okay, good. Thank you. You're right. I saw that. The large report. Okay, franchise fees. I see that placed on the Dias communications, right?
Yes, correct. The cable franchises fees reports were emailed to the commissioners since we are not in person and I am not able to hand those to you. But all franchises are paid to date. And this is just an information item. It does not require any action at this time, but it's for your information.
Okay, thank you, Rachel. Okay, moving on to, are there any cable complaints this time?
The city has not received any new complaints since our last meeting.
That's great news. And I haven't seen any cable company reports, am I correct?
That is correct.
We have, may I ask the question, and Madam Chair, may be the wrong place, but do we have a way of knowing, because we read often about, well, I guess through the money we receive, but is there continuing to be a decline in people having some of the like Spectrum cable, Charter cable? Or is it made up because they use it for internet?
With the last franchise fee report, the numbers were larger than the third quarter. So I don't know if that means there's new subscribers or their prices are increasing. There's no way to tell how many subscribers and what they're subscribing to.
Okay, thank you.
I've seen on Nextdoor quite a few complaints about prices going up.
And if we were to be following the nationwide trend, of course, number of subscribers would be going down. Regular cable television subscribers would be going down. But again, we don't have those specific numbers.
Well, I also read in the newspaper in the last day or so that people are fleeing these streaming services right now as well.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows what's happening? Okay, let's move on to subcommittee reports. The wireless subcommittee well, we don't have a report because they're not here. Video services subcommittee, Brockman and Sherman.
You know, I'm working with, I guess, our director to kind of clarify more what video services subcommittee is. So for them, and with Arvin, so we had mentioned before the meeting began. So we'll have a better report next month as to what we want to be, what is the scope of that subcommittee.
Okay, thank you, Richard. I think that's a good idea. Once we get a good solid definition, then we can discuss it more easily.
Candace, I did look it up and I don't have a description from this previous year. I know it was discussed at the meeting a little bit, but from 2 years ago, it says it works on CTV programming and web archiving issues.
Huh. Okay. Arvin, did you find anything from a closer period in time?
No, yeah, that's the same information I received. And I believe last time you two were on that subcommittee and we reviewed some videos, maybe that was 3 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was the subcommittee and what we decided to post on the channel. So we might be revisiting that again once we're back to being able to get together again.
Okay, since I'm not on that, I'm no longer on that. It's you and Michael, Richard.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I read programming subcommittee. Video services works on cable franchise issues, including transfers and renewals, which we no longer have a cable franchise.
Okay, so I am on the programming subcommittee.
Correct.
that Richard and I worked on with you, Arvin, 3 years ago. Okay, got it.
So maybe Candace, you and Michael could kind of see if the subcommittees need to be restructured some more, since video services subcommittee doesn't seem to be functioning that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the programming subcommittee, I think, could, keep working. But anyway,
Of course.
we'll discuss that offline. Okay.
Okay, great.
So we don't have a report at this time. Well,
But it's,
that included our work with Calabasas High. Yes, so
Yes,
maybe,
that's correct.
so
but I like what,
go ahead.
I like what Arvin said. As soon as maybe after City Hall is reopened, maybe our committee, Candace, you, Arvin and I can meet and you know, look fresh at the programming on CTV.
And then at some point, we do plan to work again with Calabasas High on content. Is that true?
That is correct, and most likely that will happen this coming fall when their class reconvenes again.
Okay, I know they have a new principal, but it's the same guy running the program that we were working with.
Yes, correct.
Okay, good. Okay, broadband subcommittee. Carrie and David, do you guys have any reports?
Nothing new to report at this time.
Okay, thank you, David. Okay, let's move on to the director's report. Michael, you're up. Oh, hi, Michael.
Hi there.
Guess who joined? Apologize to everyone.
Michael, we're on the director's report, just for your information.
I've caught up where you are. Thank you.
Yeah, and in the package you received, we do have the smartphone app usage, as well as the report on the Granicus and YouTube usage by the public. As we mentioned before, most of our offline viewing comes from video viewing will be coming from, you know, Twitter, Facebook, Nextdoor, as well as Instagram. So the numbers here truly don't reflect the penetration we have out there in the community regarding video production. Just a couple of upcoming events, and they're both next weekend. We've got the big Arbor Day celebration going on Saturday, and then on Sunday is the Las Virgenes Creek cleanup. Both good events. They are limited in the number of people who can actually take part in them, just because of the pandemic, of course. I believe there's still a couple of spots available for each, and people can visit our website, be able to look at that and register for those. And that is really about it.
I'm not sure if I know our entire neighborhood will be on a maintenance outage of electricity on the 25th. So I don't know if that includes the area that you're going to be over there working on.
That would be over, yeah, that'd be over on at the creek. They're meeting at 26,600 block of Agoura Road.
Well, I don't know how far the outage extends, but I don't know if you'll need electricity or not. But anyway, just FYI.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, may I ask our director a question? Please.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Okay. So the question is that I know you're working on it, but maybe next time, Michael, you could give us a report about the website, because it's so comprehensive. There's certain members of the public who've been complaining that it's hard to find some items because it's so rich with information. Sometimes it's hard to quickly find what you're looking for.
Sure, and that's not really something that's super unique to Calabasas. For example, search functions on a lot of websites are not really the greatest, and we are having that issue with ours. But yeah, I'd be happy to come back. I don't know about next month, because what I'm thinking of doing is maybe having sort of a focus group, if you will, with some residents and kind of getting together. And I know, for example, Savvy Seniors was interested in maybe doing some work with the website. And so it may not be next month, but I'm thinking once we're a little more comfortable getting back together with everybody, maybe in a couple of months, then I could give you some sort of report as to the feedback that we're getting on it. We do have, there are little tweaks that we're making constantly, and we're about a year into our new website, and that's not really anything unusual. Going in and kind of taking a good, second, third, and fourth look and making tweaks to the site as we get more feedback.
Great,
Okay,
really great.
that's reasonable. That's reasonable. We'll look forward to it, Michael. Thank you.
You bet.
It'd be great to hear the feedback. Okay, staff update. That must be Arvin in the CTV report, programming report, right?
Yes, correct. Thank you, Chair. Good evening, Commissioners. I'd like to go over our production and shows for April and March and April of this past year. Our school boards are still going regular second and fourth Tuesdays. We get the videos and we upload those to our channel as well. We created a few PSAs. We noticed there's a lot of masks, used masks that are on the floor and floating around in the creek. So we made a little PSA about make sure you throw them away in the trash can. A few episodes with the librarian, Barbara Lockwood, regarding her spring classes. Women's History Month, we created another PSA for them, as well as continue wearing a mask. We created a PSA for that. Some PSAs we got from outside sources, Ad Council and such. Continue vaccines, make sure you get the vaccines. More Women History Heritage Month we played, as well as the former presidents, all of them telling you to get your vaccine. So we were able to play that on our channel as well. In addition, other topics such as children's oral health, make sure, parents don't forget about, taking your kids to the dentist. And of course, we should as well take care of everything. Some programming specials, CTV specials were Love Rock Pop Garden in conjunction with the Viewpoint School. That was an event that they held for about a month at De Anza Park. We went over and covered that. And recently we went to the superintendent of the school district, Dr. Stefanowski, and created a little program about, school update and them opening up. Some production. Since we last met, it's been Calabasas' 30th birthday. April 5th, 2021 was the 30th anniversary of the city. We've been meeting with the mayor and creating a special logo for that. And as you know, there's a little artifacts competition. You could find out more about that on our website if you have any kind of artifacts from the city, old photos, any kind of old things that you might have from the past 30 plus years. Please email them over to us and you could be part of the event. Again, the Youth Council, we've had a meeting in March and as well as yesterday. Thank you, Tony, in for that. We recently went over to De Anza Park and recorded a couple of episodes of yoga. And Jenny Klossner, she's a instructor at the Senior Center, so we'll be uploading those as well, probably this week. The library, Michael Russo created a nice PSA about all the new rules. And as you know, it opened on the 13th. So there's limited capacity, but Calabasas Library is open now, and watch the PSA for all the special rules and regulations you should do for COVID safety. Upcoming, we have continue our Zoom meetings and maybe hybrid ones eventually. Once we're back at City Hall, we'll figure that out, how we could do Zoom and council chambers. Also, library continue with their updates. Any city event and any COVID vaccine or building opening, we're ready to get that information out to the public as well. And we're continuing to finding residents that are doctors and medical doctors in the city. And we've been creating PSAs with them about, again, the safety of the vaccine and health precautions. So keep a watch out for those on all our platforms. Some promoted events, special speaker series is starting up again at the Senior Center, 30th anniversary. Again, as I mentioned, check our website for the competition. Mayor's letter every Friday has been going out. Last spring or early March, we did a hop and go bunny trail. We got some pictures of that. And as well as Senior Center, we'll let you know any updates on openings about that. I know a lot of people are anticipating that, so keep a lookout for information. Also, I have the 11 meetings that we've had in April and continue for next week as well. And all this information more on the website, cityofcalabasas.com.
Wow, you guys have been busy bees. This is wonderful, man. It's so, yeah. just in awe of what you guys get done.
Yeah, I just wanted to compliment Arvin and the team because the PSAs are really excellent. Really, really excellent. And I like how there's more of them and they're shown a lot so people can, they miss it one time, they can catch it another time. I was just curious, under YouTube, this gentle yoga for seniors with Ann gets an incredible number of views. Is that something fairly recent that's played often, or is it, you know, people can play when they want? Because that gets a great number of hits.
Yes, good question. That one was, we shot that right before the lockdown. So it was about a year ago. We recorded that in the Founders Hall. On YouTube, of course, anytime you want to watch it, you can watch it at 6 in the morning or 6 in the evening, whenever you feel comfortable. And those are the hits that you're seeing. But on CTV as well, we replay them in the mornings, usually 8 a.m. And the CTV guide online will tell you what time it's on. And I know we have people watching that. So we're adding more to that as well.
So someone would just go to YouTube and type in gentle yoga for seniors, right?
If you go to YouTube, look up our channel, which is called City of Calabasas, and you could find, gentle yoga. Again, there's a new one today, and then there was the old one that's still up there as well. So there's about 3 of them and a 4th one coming up next week as well. These are all gentle yogas and tone and balance for seniors and anybody really.
Besides all the governmental things, and we may become the Calabasas yoga channel.
No, that's excellent because it's nice to know that once you go to YouTube, you must go to the City of Calabasas channel. So I want everybody out there to know that. Okay, thank you, Arvin. That was great. Okay, on to future agenda items. We're still looking for a student commissioner. Do you think we need to put it out there again, or what's your opinion?
It's posted on the city website, so it's been emailed out, and I believe that it was sent as well to the Mayor's Youth Council.
Does it go directly to the high schools?
Whoever subscribed received public notices. I don't have a way to get it to the high school students directly.
And that is something we can put out on Instagram or other, social media platforms.
Could we do something more? Because I think since we're not having any success yet, maybe we could try some other alternatives.
Sure.
What do you guys think, commissioners?
I agree. Maybe contacting the one of the teachers over at the school, the new principal, I think that would be worthwhile because students really want the experience, and it's helpful when they apply to college, but they genuinely like being, we've had 3 already, and they really all contributed so much to our commission, and I could tell they enjoyed it, learned.
And it teaches them a lot about, soft skills, about how to interact with high-level people, how to talk to groups. There's a lot of value in being a student commissioner. Okay, we're still looking to have a presentation on 5G. Is that going to come from Jonathan at some point?
He would be the likely one to do that, yes.
Candace, he said in the past, it's not time yet, but we like to leave it on there.
It did say that. Well, it's kind of misleading what's out there. Everything's being called 5G all over the place, every place you look. And the truth of the matter is that 5G is not here, but nobody knows that because they're all saying they have it. So anyway, I'm wondering when he thinks will be the right time. Maybe we could check with him just to see when that might be. Michael, would that be okay?
Sure, that's fine.
Thank you very much. Okay, do we have anything else that anybody wants to bring up or discuss or talk about for next time? I don't hear anything or see anything. Well, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you, everyone. The Communications and Technology Commission will adjourn now at 5:30 to our next regular meeting on May 18th, 2021 at 5 p.m. I don't know whether it'll be live by then or on Zoom still, but we'll be here. Thank you, everyone, and good night.